Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Gru. I hope you guys are doing great. Today we're back with episode 55 of Genshin Impact. Now, just like the previous video, I decided to make a new intro because a lot of this stuff that I have mentioned in the original recording was somewhat redundant because I do have talked about it in my recent stream, so I figured I just do a new intro for this video instead. This is going to be the story quest for Tighnari. I've actually only recorded half of it when I started this quest, and the remaining half, but to be fair, I would pretty much say that the remaining somewhere around 30 to 40% of the last of the quest was recorded quite recently. But so you guys might see me a little bit clueless throughout the second part of later half of the video, so hopefully you guys don't mind it because it's been a while since I recorded the first part of the quest, so some of the information somewhat forgotten already. But all in all, this is a pretty heartwarming, I guess, quest, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Without further ado, I think let's just get right into the game. In my previous video, which was recorded 2 weeks ago, now I did mention that I want to roll for him probably both on my account, simply because I think I was hyped up by the Archon quest, but I have decided to forego him completely, both on my main account as well as my alternate account. Now the reason why is because for my main account, I did mention before that I want to focus more on the Archon, and I completely forgot somehow that Raiden Shogun is going to be on the second phase for this version, which is going to be in a few days. Yoo-hoo! And I will be recording the video when the second phase got live, because that is when I will do the event as well. Now, as for my alternate account, which is where I'm currently at, because I want to use Tighnari for his story quest, I decided to forgo Scaramouche is because the next character is going to be Alhaitham. Now, I recorded the Archon quest for this version prior to the Game Award, so I was under the impression that there's not going to be a new character for the next version, but apparently miHoYo just decided to tease it a little bit later after, because they want to tease one of the character at the Games Award. So that was a little bit unexpected, so that kind of changed my plan a little bit, because Alhaitham is one of the character that I was kind of hyped for, and I'm not really a fan of looking at leaks, but when it comes to character, sometimes I do have to look at leaks just to decide on whether I want to save or maybe roll on the current banner. So I did take a look at his kit a little bit. I'm not really I did see some video footage as well, and I'm kind of interested into to roll for Alhaitham actually. So that is, I already pre-farmed for all his ascension as well as his skill ascension material already. I think I already have enough to level all his skill to 999. Now the only thing left is to get his ascension material, the raw material. Based on the leaks that I saw, there's going to be a new material, so my guess, that can only means one thing. Next version is probably going to be the release for this part of the desert here, considering the fact that we're going to get a new boss material as well as a new raw material. So that is the only assumption on where the material is going to be. So it's gonna be a bit of a hassle because that is something that I have to farm. Now, I'm currently at 70, I believe. I wonder what the storyline is gonna be though, because this came out in version 3.0 and that was kind of like an introduction to Sumeru. Let's just go ahead and start this.
Traveler, you've come at a good time.
Wait, this sounds like another commission.
Yep.
It is as you say. The commission this time around is of high importance. It pertains to the safety of the Avidia Forest's inhabitants.
Oh, okay. So it has something to do with the forest. That's why Tighnari is involved, I guess.
What happened?
Not long ago, we received word that a section of the Avidia Forest seems to have become contaminated.
Why?
Contaminated? You mean a new withering zone?
Maybe. Now that you said about it, I don't think we have a tracker for how many withering zone is there, so I really hope there was though, because I want to keep track of how many that I'm missing, unless I did miss. But I think I've taken a look around at the achievement. I don't think I've seen one for the withering zone.
I don't know about the specifics, but I hear that strange things are happening to people who cross through that region.
Okay.
The Avidia Forest inhabitants won't leave their homes so easily. If we allow this contaminated region to expand, the consequences could be unimaginable. That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation. Even if all you can do is stop the contamination from spreading, that will still save many people.
That's what we've been doing before.
This is forest business. Maybe Tighnari will know something. Let's go find him.
See, this is why I should be doing the story quest before the art conquest. One of the reason why I didn't do story quest is because, well, obviously there's the reason of tight schedule, because I only uploaded one video for game per week, and the art conquest for Sumeru is pretty long, so it has to be split into multiple parts. So that's one of the reason, and because of that I didn't even record any of the story quests, because I think in my experience, hang on, if you look at the story quest for all the monster character, pretty much they doesn't have really any correlation to the art conquest, aside from this earlier one, the 4-star character. And then I don't think the Liyue one is tied into the art conquest as well. Even in Inazuma as well. Even if the Ayaka story quest as well as Yoimiya's story quest was like a prerequisite to Act 2, they doesn't really have any correlation to the whole art conquest main storyline of Inazuma. And yeah, pretty much I would say Kokomi have a little bit, because it is a little bit about political with relation to Sangonomiya as well as Narukami Island. That is more like an aftermath of them, and the rest of them doesn't really have any correlation to the art conquest. So that's part of the reason why I didn't do the story quest at all. And if I'm not mistaken, the guy that Nilu talked to in Act 5 was supposedly was someone from her story quest, I believe. So I think I have to start doing story quests whenever they come out. It is because just in fear that they might have anything to do with the upcoming our conquest. So I think I have to start doing that. By the way, I am using a spread team right now. Usually this is actually my go-to team, except that Tighnari was replaced by Ganyu, because since Ganyu is cryo, and I don't really remember what was the requirement in order to get the crystalline the material from the fungi, but basically the only thing that I remember is if you don't use any, I think the one thing that I remember is if you don't use any element that reacts to dendro, then it's gonna be dropping the crystalline as well as luminescence. So that is why I use Ganyu to deal with them. Hello, Tighnari. What's up?
This is where you've been, Tighnari? That's...
Someone sick?
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Who's that?
Tighnari, everything's spinning.
What's wrong?
Am I going to die?
Nah.
Tell Mom that I should have listened to her. And tell Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her toy. I didn't tell her because I was scared that she wouldn't play with me anymore. Tighnari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die. Is that true? I feel like I'm getting lighter.
Wait, is he really going to die?
What happened? Tighnari, is he?
Okay, enough nonsense. You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
Okay, so he's just thinking too much about it then.
Really? Then, can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
Something to do with the forest?
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the forest. I just wanted to look inside. It's different from before. I got lost and went around in a huge circle. After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
I thought Aranara protecting the kid from the withering. I guess probably not all.
Could it be?
Contaminated region?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I say so, got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
Alright.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but I only said that to comfort him.
Oh, so it's not that simple, huh? So he is pretty sick then.
His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind.
Oh, probably have them. That is a collectible, right?
A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidya forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
All right. Thank you.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
Yep. We are investigating.
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different. The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidya forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
We feel the same way.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. We can also ask about the contaminated region.
Okay.
There's no time to waste. We have to move quickly.
Okay. Buy from traveling merchant. From where? Oh, from the town. Alright.
Excuse me. I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something like that.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on the market. Our caravans had to pool together Mora to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip. All the merchants talked it over, and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just the thief disappeared into the deepest parts of the forest. We asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing those mechanical parts. How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
That crook came from the contaminated region. As for how many, there weren't any people.
No people?
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me. Fine. The thief that stole our parts was a huge mechanical crab!
What the heck? The Avidya forest has creatures like that?
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved too skillfully to be new at this. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away. We were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses, the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of any...
Enough. Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation. If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
All right, we'll go and have a word.
How are things? Did you make any progress?
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given commands. If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things. Or the mora you made. That would be the most efficient method. But it only goes after mechanical components. This doesn't make any sense.
Right. It's really weird.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since I keep them on me at all times. Oh, are you planning to...
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later. We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall for it.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can even borrow me to do whatever you need.
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the mechanical components and sumpter beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter, the goods were likely stolen somewhere around here.
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture that criminal crab.
Okay, we'll start from here and have the sumpter beast with the components on board lead the way. This sumpter beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your time with it.
The sumpter beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it. Did you hear something? Ah! Is that the mechanical crab the caravan was talking about? It's charging straight at us!
It looks strong. Be careful.
Stabilize!
Grow! Emerge! Right here! Emerge!
Can't see. Ha!
Just try to escape this time, you naughty caravan robbing crab! Hey, playing dumb won't save you. Spill it! Why are you stealing so many mechanical parts?
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. Keep an eye on it. I'll search around the area for the caravan's goods. I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts, but they don't belong to you. Stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners. Any objections? You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help us with something? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
It reacted!
We can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing mechanical components.
Okay, so you want the crag to lead us into the contaminated region?
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding perimeter, so it would be difficult to conduct a thorough search. If we charge straight in, we'll get lost like headless pigeons. Also, our new friend here seems to be full of secrets. I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own. So to be absolutely safe, it would be best to have a guide lead the way.
Paimon gets it now. Does this scuttler understand what you're saying?
It doesn't have to, as long as it isn't hostile towards us. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can simply follow along.
It seems to be really happy.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No running off. We'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return, I'll give you another mechanical part as a reward. Understood? I'm not sure, but our priorities are to retrieve the mechanical components and to purchase Vasanti grass to make medicine with. We should return, but before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that crab escaping.
Oh! Oh! These are the mechanical parts that were stolen! You really got them back for us! Ah, thank you all so very much. I don't know how I can repay you. Wait, didn't you want to purchase Vasanti grass? Don't worry about the price. They're on the house. How many do you need?
2 is enough.
No, that won't do. Here, I'll throw in some more.
No need. I've already received a reward from you.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts? They aren't worth much compared to this merchandise.
But those parts are very useful to me. Just like I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. We're even. Oh, and before we go, just a reminder, the forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem. Even if there were no mechanical crabs, other dangers are still present. Take caution on this route.
Noted. Thank you all ever so much.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start feeling better.
Oh! Hi there, Traveler and Paimon. Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help grind the medicine?
No need. A precise dosage is required this time, so I'll do it myself.
Oh. Okay.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable. I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
How is he? Doing any better? I feel like he's doing a lot better, and his temperature is returning to normal. That's wonderful! Oh yeah, he asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier, and he told her everything about the toy. Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you.
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear I asked you to?
Of course I did! Are you going somewhere far away?
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region. Judging by its size, we will likely have to stay overnight. I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But I can't even begin to compare to you.
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done, you'll realize they weren't as difficult as you once thought they were. Deal with problems as you yourself see fit. You don't have to emulate me.
That's right! You'll do great, Kale. All right, then I'll do my best. Master, Traveler, Paimon, take care of yourselves.
You put too much confidence in me. Anyway, like you said, things will likely be uneventful. Let's return and find that crab.
Oh no, how long have I been muted actually? I didn't even realize. Oh, it enclosed itself. I see. By the way, I've recently changed my headset. The difference is my current headset volume control tie directly to the volume of my desktop, so I'm not sure if I change my volume and it is affecting the gameplay volume for the recording. So hopefully that's not the case though. My previous headset has like its own volume control, meaning that it doesn't affect the volume that was on my desktop. I can set a fixed volume for my desktop and it is going to be fixed for my recording, but I can adjust on my headset separately to make it louder or a bit quieter. But that's not the case for my new headset here. What is that? Does the Fanta always do that? I didn't even notice that previously. It currently is absorbing some dendro energy from the earth. Interesting. Was that always a thing? Yeah. Is that like an idle animation, or is that something to do with this quest?
We're
At least
here.
it is still here.
This should be... Huh? Where's the crab?
Hibernation.
Did it secretly scuttle away?
The traps weren't triggered, so it should still be here. Odd.
It is. There he is. I'm not sure even if it is a he or a she. It's here.
You honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. I'm not giving you another one if you lose it. Glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the
no.
contaminated
I'm
region.
hearing a fungi. I'm gonna get attacked.
I want to see what happened there. What caused the Avidya forest to become like this?
Oh, okay. Luckily. Oh, it does,
So
I guess.
this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it definitely looks different from normal.
Does it though?
It's like really creepy and suffocating.
Do you feel unwell at all?
No. Been fine so far?
Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated region's influence.
How do you know that?
I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted quite a few controlled experiments. My observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal?
Yeah, brighter.
This flower species is formally known as the Sumeru rose, but it is also known as the ley line lodestar.
Oh.
They're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts of light in response. Excessive brightness indicates a dangerous level of ley line activity in the surrounding area.
Ooh.
From the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already out of control.
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think that is the case. Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more clues.
Strange Sumerus. Let's pick it up.
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time.
Probably they have some sixth sense about the area.
The birds used to chirp really loudly, and there were a lot of foxes.
This contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is probably the root cause of the patient's cognitive disturbances. Some animals have keen awareness. They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Leaky ley line sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also gradually habituate to our surrounding environment. Climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line energies. When people live under fixed conditions, they reach a sort of homeostasis with their environment. This equilibrium is broken when the surrounding environment abruptly changes, causing people's bodies to react in abnormal ways. If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person cannot adapt to changes in ley line energy, and so they fall ill.
I see.
Then why are we okay?
Because we have... Oh... Yeah, I wonder about Paimon as well. She is something. She is definitely something.
I'm not sure why you are, but she and I are fine because our elemental capabilities allow us to adapt to this kind of change. Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. The only one who can freely traverse this place is probably the mechanical crab.
Yeah, because it is not biological, so it's not affected.
That's about it for the investigation. Help me find an open space. I want to test something.
Okay. Over there, I guess. Another rose. Over here.
Environment, no wind. Target parameters, normal. Setup complete. Excellent.
Oh,
Looks like it's working.
what kind of device is this?
This?
A purification device that I made.
Purification
It can absorb
device.
excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
Oh, okay.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the entire region!
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination is present, it isn't something that a few purification devices can fix.
Because it's like it's gonna keep coming back, right? So we have to find the root of the problem.
Purification devices have their limits. At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding temporarily.
Yep.
If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluents, we'll need to tackle the source.
Yep.
That's right.
What's wrong? Is detecting something? Danger?
Huh? The mechanical crab is acting a little strange.
Something's approaching. So that's it.
Oh.
Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to return.
Ah, I
Get rid of them
see.
quickly. Don't let them get close to the purification device.
Easy.
Gather! Enshroud! Ta! Who? Ha!
Is there any more? Okay.
Whew. That's all of them.
Any more? Oh. Is this one? Is the jellyfish type?
Hey! Where are you? Wait for us! Let's hurry and keep up.
Is it building a new mechanism?
The mechanical
that
crab
why-
went that way. Let's keep up.
Oh, that's not good. Is it going to attack? It is.
Solidify!
Right here. Emerge.
Can't see?
You good, bro?
Ah! Spare me! Please spare me!
Hey, are you okay?
These injuries are superficial. Don't move, I'll patch you up.
Who are you all? What happened to those mechanical monsters?
Don't worry, we took care of them.
Oh, good. That's good.
Is he okay? He seems a bit crazy, maybe high.
It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
How do we explain this? Krabby here isn't a bad guy. It heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue you.
It's faking it. It has to be. Maybe it's gonna partner up with the other mechanical monsters and kill me.
It does look a bit different.
Do you know what's inside the forest? It's all crawling with mechanical freaks.
Hmm.
I just came here to pick herbs, but I accidentally went into the contaminated region and almost died. I gotta get out of here. Ah, yes. Yes. I have to escape.
I'm concerned. He seems a bit crazy.
Be careful. These mechanical life forms are up to no good. It'd be best if you stayed far, far away from them. No wonder the academia wanted to completely ban the existence of mechanical life forms. Those things should be annihilated!
Are you okay?
Yeah.
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. He's been inside the contaminated region for too long. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village.
So he is affected.
At that point, someone will bring him to Kale for help. I already prepared medication that will return him to normal.
What's wrong? It looks like it's expecting something.
So you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
Oh.
It's so hard to understand.
Alright, regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any help with it? Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your owner's mind when he made you, I wonder? You're like a giant mechanical crab on the outside and a fluffy little hamster on the inside.
Yeah.
And also, how do you feel about that person saying that you're as evil as the other mechanical life forms?
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems like it possesses limited understanding only towards matters related to mechanical components. Help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. As for why it, or rather its owner, is collecting so many components, I'm not sure.
Does it have anything to do with the mechanism that we fought just
It's
now?
getting late, so let's set up camp for the night. We'll explore further tomorrow. After it. Let's set up camp here.
Alright, Paimon also thinks it's a good spot.
Oh. Any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent. We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of delicious food.
A very Paimon reason.
You're not wrong, but the primary reason for choosing this place is because its higher elevation keeps us away from the water vapor below. Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night in damp places. For the next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent, you'll be in charge of making the fire, and Paimon will forage for edibles nearby.
Leave it to Paimon. Paimon's a pro.
Really?
I'm not expecting that much. Just do what you can. That's right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a lot of smoke.
Traveler, Tighnari, Paimon couldn't find any food.
Oh, I thought she was sick.
Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. They were all sort of weird-looking mushrooms, but Paimon didn't know which ones were edible.
Did you try one?
Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was gonna fly over and pick them up, but the dead leaves on top suddenly started moving. It freaked Paimon out.
Dead leaves?
Those were probably deadleaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Little did they know that you were more scared than they were. Never mind. The tent's up, so you two go rest. I'll forage for food.
Oh, you bring some food?
Oh, you found some already.
Hara fruit, right? It's more useful than Paimon.
Hey! Paimon understands it this time. It wants mechanical parts again.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, no part this time.
Big disappointment.
That task wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system.
Mm-hmm.
I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time.
Are you running low on parts?
That is one reason.
It looks really sad.
After some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something. All right, here's another for you.
It's like a pet. It likes to be rewarded.
I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts on lookout duty tonight. You two can sleep first. I'll wake you up later.
Okay, sounds good.
We need lookouts?
Yes.
Of course. We don't know what's going to attack us, if there is any.
Even though most animals fled because of the ley lines, we can't completely let down our guard.
Mm-hmm.
It's settled then. I'll set up some pest-repelling devices so poisonous insects don't come crawling into the tent. Have a good night. Not too good. You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well?
I'm still a little sleepy.
You have to maintain constant vigilance in dangerous places like this. Yawning all the time like that is no good. If you can't stay awake, it's okay. Go sleep some more. I'm not tired yet.
I can manage. We
Really?
went through much more
You don't need to
difficult
push
phase.
yourself. I'm used to staying up all night because many plant and animal species can only be observed during nighttime. Speaking of which, have you seen the crab? It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went.
Are you wary of it?
So you can tell. My suspicion is less towards the crab and more directed to its unrevealed owner.
Mm-hmm.
A ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Someone probably disrupted the natural flow of the ley lines.
Its owner?
Until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. The academia has banned mechanical lifeform research for years, so the origin of these creatures is very suspect.
And research. The academia previously conducted research on mechanical life form?
Topics related to mechanical lifeforms were popular in the Spontama for a time, some of my juniors had also thrown themselves into such research.
What about the ring golem though? Isn't there one researcher was researching the ring golem? Or does the ring golem is not considered a mechanical life form?
They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to create a new and practical life form that could help humanity conquer nature.
Knowledge to create a new and practical life form that could help humanity conquer nature.
However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is innately a construct that receives and executes commands. They can
Yep.
never possess self-awareness like us or other living organisms.
And that's why that crab was a little bit different, right? Because it does seem sentient.
In their pursuit to discover the differences between mechanical and biological life forms, zealous researchers performed unregulated vivisections and other absurdly cruel experiments on animals.
Oh.
Research
that's
on
why it is
mechanical life
banned.
forms was thus banned. The irony is that the researchers became even more impetuous afterward. Who knows? Maybe this subject will be unbanned in a few years.
Do you not like this area of research?
That's a difficult question to answer. I'm interested in the topic of mechanical life, but I don't like the researchers' attitudes.
Anything in particular? Or because the conquest of nature is bad?
It's just my personal opinion. My ancestors and the Valuka Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The bloodline of my people was born from this symbiotic relationship.
Now that you said about it, have we seen any more race like Tighnari? And what is even his race called actually? Because it doesn't seem like he's like a typical Neko character like Diona. It does seems a bit different. Probably special to the Sumeru region, I guess.
So to me, all life is important. To understand life, you must first respect it. Life is not an expendable commodity, and knowledge should not be wielded like a scepter. These are the points of contention I have with some researchers, and why I left the academia.
Oh, so that's why. I thought it was simply because he wants to be more with the nature, like because he is fond of the nature, he's want to do more research with the nature, and that is why he left the academia to become a ranger instead. So I guess that was not the case then.
By placing yourself above other life forms, what kind of results do you expect to get from researching pure life with impure intentions?
I understand what you
Really? Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Oh, where did you come from? What's wrong?
Coffee? Did you prepare this for us?
How did I carry it? It looks like he wants a reward again.
All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, I'll give you another part. You're not planning on using it. Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and you're running low on power.
Is that why it wants mechanical part? It wants to repair itself?
All right. Suit yourself. Oh, and thanks for the coffee, but I'm about to go to sleep. Leave it with her. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
Alright. Don't tell me we fell asleep.
Sorry.
Okay.
Paimon
Nope.
slept through the entire night.
Oh, even the crab sleep. It's okay. Your punishment is solo watch today.
Don't worry. Paimon will be sure to stay awake next time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. Quick question. Do you feel off at all?
I'm a little dizzy.
Me too. The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source of the ley line effluence. We'll be heading out earlier today. I'll take down the tent.
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame.
Yeah, right.
Also, retrieve the pest
That
repelling
is
devices
correct,
from
Phil.
last night. We don't want to affect the ecosystem here.
Got it! Paimon will take care of the fire.
I'll retrieve the pest repelling device.
Alright, let's meet back here later. Alright, it's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines. The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination.
Fair enough. Meaning not to overdo ourselves. But I'm sure we'll do fine. We can just go ahead and skip them.
As I thought, the closer we get to the contamination source,
Okay.
the more
There's
mechanical
a lot of
monsters
them.
that appear.
I guess we have no choice but to deal with them then.
Emerge. Right now. Emerge. Everyone hold hands.
Someone's
Solidify!
What's that? Who's stopping
Right
this
here.
now?
Right now. Emerge.
Enshroud! Who?
Wait, what? Was that just a random quest? Oh, maybe not. It was this here before this? I don't remember. Coolie.
It stopped here.
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different.
A lot shinier.
Ley line energies are also stronger here. This may be the place we've been looking for. Ready yourselves. We're going in.
Oh, let's go ahead and take that. Oh, okay. It's a domain. This must be the finale then. Do we really need Pyro? Hopefully not. Oh, this thing. I think if I'm not mistaken, we saw this in the trailer. A device.
What is this?
I've never seen a machine like this before. Is it from... It kind of looks like something from the Rune Golem though. I've never seen a machine like this
Ley
before.
line energy is spilling out from here.
I wonder if that is how the Golem would... They absorb ley line energy from the environment, and then in order to pretty much act as a battery.
This device, it's extracting energy from the ley lines without end. Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if their flow is perpetually disrupted like this.
That's terrible. We have to stop it.
Any idea how to do that?
Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see controls anywhere.
I'm starting to get dizzy.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in ley line energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body.
Nah, we have plot armor. I'm sure we're fine.
Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this thing off.
Nope, we're gonna have...
Wait, you're also vulnerable to the ley lines, right? We're staying. We can't leave you here by yourself.
Then let's look for it together. If there is no control unit here, then there must be a trapdoor somewhere.
Where is it going? Is it showing us the way?
You know where it is? Hey, wait for us!
Looks like a study room. Oh wait, was that the one who's responsible for this? Or is it just another victim?
Look, someone's here.
Hmm?
Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn off that machine now! Why aren't you saying anything? Too ashamed?
Is he wearing like a VR thing?
His body is cold. It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken, likely from chronic malnourishment and stress. He collapsed and never got back up. What exactly happened here?
Studying something?
Almost forgot about you. Here, this is the last one.
Oh wait. Huh. I could be wrong, but I just have a theory. What if he is actually inside the crab here by using the goggle here? Kind of like the usual VR thing that you saw in an anime. So maybe his consciousness is somehow transferred into the crab. And I guess maybe that is why the crab is looking for mechanical part. Maybe because he's stuck in the crab and he's trying to repair, trying to reverse the stuff that is happening. Maybe that is why the crab is gathering parts to build something. That is my guess.
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository of research documents if we keep going. The file room will definitely give us some clues, so let's go take a look. Maybe we can piece together what happened here.
Good idea. Oh, any notes?
Did you two find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a
Excuse
tape
me.
recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number, it's from 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
Tape recording?
Yes, the Spontama created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates the
Spontama.
final production into a tape.
I guess that is one of the, was it houses or something? The groups are, if I remember correctly, Academia there's like 5, is it school or house? I forgot already. Like each of them have studied in different fields. So was this supposed to be one of them?
However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they are only used in some laboratories and do not see wider usage.
Come on, let's watch it.
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape. It goes in there. Okay, this should do it.
Projector.
Kakata? Kakata? Seriously, I
Kakata.
look away for 1 second and you're gone?
Okay, so he has been wearing these glasses. Okay, maybe my theory was wrong.
There you are. Look here. This is our new home.
Karkata, so that is his name?
I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those
Abatui.
ancient fossils at the Academia.
Another scholar studying something that was forbidden by Academia.
Oh, you're also quite happy. Kakata, do you know what we're about to do? Yes, I thought not.
So you can understand it.
Listen up, Kakata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology will be unlike anything else that exists.
Oh, don't tell me that is the stuff that started making new mechanism, the one that was attacking us.
I'll use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel cast heart that will beat forever, and a brain of myriad components that can think like mine. Inspiration from the ruins, and the research that the academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew from this place. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living being.
And look at what happened to you. So is he still alive though? From the dialogue previously, it seems like he's dead already.
It's fine. You will understand. One day, you will understand me.
Karkata is the mechanical crab, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the academia?
Ban research.
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from the academia for researching mechanical life forms.
Oh, he's junior. That's kind of bad. How come he doesn't recognize him though? Was it because of the glasses?
Junior researcher?
Or maybe he doesn't know like too detail. Maybe he just know him in names only.
Yeah? What's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui look older than you?
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
Oh.
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people always dragged me into pictures. I felt like some kind of animal on display.
I can't blame him.
That isn't important. Let's go and see if we can find other tape recordings.
Right.
Look! Paimon found another tape! A date is written on it. Let Paimon see.
Half a year
From
ago.
half a year ago!
That's quite the time gap. I wonder what happened in between.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters?
Coffee.
All right, there you go. Water entered the chela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion.
What?
Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swapped in some new parts, so you should be all right now. Try moving around. Everything in working order?
Did he force this crab to drink or something?
Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts or power to spare. I'm glad. Karkata, did you know? Yesterday, I dreamed that you could talk.
Really? I wonder what his voice is gonna be.
Aren't the bunch at the academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? They were blown away when they saw us talking with each other. Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that you probably wouldn't even notice if I died.
Really, huh?
Never mind. I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
I think he
After Abatui
does
left the academia,
understand. It's just
everyone
that
lost
he doesn't
contact
know
with him.
how to speak to us.
I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead, he had holed up here and continued his experiments.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's broken parts. Why would he mess with ley lines?
He mentioned something about power.
Let's keep looking around. Following the serial numbers, the next recording should be here. The writing is sloppy. Perhaps
That's
his state of
true.
mind had changed. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. Doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
You sure?
Maybe Karkata helped him with sorting.
It's hard to say. These are the last 2 tape recordings. Let's watch them.
I see quiet.
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something. Today might become a special day. In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instincts.
Why does he sounds a bit sick?
When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival command and proactively recharge or replace your parts.
Oh. So that is why he keeps wanting to find parts. My guess here, his health condition has something to do with the ley line energy. Because he doesn't have a vision, right? So he should be affected by it.
That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more dangerous.
Disrupting the ley line.
I've officially activated the 3rd generation ley line extractor.
Ley
The
line
ley lines will serve as
extractor.
our power source from now on. Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. Even if I scrimped and saved, the more I have wouldn't last for long. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. I don't know what's driving me to continue with this research anymore. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing, and talking being.
And this is kind of interesting to me because for those who don't know, I'm playing Destiny 2 right now. There is actually like the same situation here. There is one character who's like teaching an AI to become human. And the current season is right now revolved around the update on that story basically. So it is very interesting to see this kind of story in Genshin as well.
I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do is execute limited responses based on preset commands or keywords.
Are you sure? Maybe it's just because you cannot understand him.
Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just once. Yes, you cannot understand me, so you cannot answer me either. It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I have to as well. I don't have any other choice. This is new. If I place another 2 control modules here to simulate the brain's thalamus... of course my heart decides to act up now. Why did I cut medication from our expenses?
He was
Karkata,
already
come help me.
sick. He was already sick before this.
Strange. I feel weak. Oh no, I have to shut down the extractor.
But he went down first.
Shut it off. If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll go out of control.
And that's exactly what happened.
Right. I never input a command to shut down the extractor, so you don't understand what I'm saying. In the end, it's just like the academia said. Mechanical life forms only bring danger. My research Was there any point to it at all?
I'm sure part of it is important.
I'm sorry, Kakata. In the end, I still wasn't able to turn you into a true mechanical life form.
Bitch. Dang, that's kind of sad. He's very dedicated to his work. So that's
I
what
see.
happened, huh?
So the ley line effluence was an accident. After Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor. This eventually resulted in severe damage to the ley lines.
Then Karkata.
Paimon understands. Then why didn't Karkata go haywire like the other machines?
Because he was modified.
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. Structures similar to living organisms, the ability to cry and laugh, and capacity for independent thought. To Abatui, only a machine with these features could be considered a mechanical life form. Perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the academia acknowledge his protracted research. But if he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of an experimental product, he would have noticed.
Yep.
Karkata can't speak. And yet it cares about Abatui far more than it does about itself.
What does that mean?
You'll see in a bit. But before that, we have a more urgent task at hand. First, let's find the control unit for the ley line extractor and shut it down.
Alright. I'm guessing there's going to be a boss fight here. Probably a mechanism. Let's just go ahead and drop down. Oh, see something? Oh, there's a barrier. Can we get up here? No. Yep, it is a boss fight.
Hey! Right here. Right now.
Can't see? I'll uproot you! Ha! Sa! Goom!
Stabilize!
Right here. Right now. Right here.
One with the forest! I hear everything!
Right?
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the ley line extractor should also shut down. Without an external force damaging the ley lines, they should start to slowly repair themselves. Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about Karkata. Let's head back.
Yep. He's dead, right? Oh, that is so sad. It's like he's trying to wake him up. He cannot comprehend that he is dead. And he brings another part. Oh, why? Dang, this is so sad, bro. I was not expecting this. It's kind of remind me of the scene from the, what was it, Game of Thrones as well. The finale where the dragon tried to wake the I forgot what's her name is. So it does have feeling.
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
That is kind of sad though.
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death.
Mm-hmm. He thought everything can repair themselves.
However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned, and how that restored it to an operational state. It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a small child that imitates what adults do.
Yeah. That is very sad. What's gonna happen to him though?
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts.
I mean, I'm not even sure
But
if it is a he or a
Can't
she.
repair its owner, no matter how hard it tries.
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui.
Yeah. It does have emotion.
No one knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had installed. If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia. It might have been possible to achieve this with ancient technology, but no one has been able to do the same with modern tools.
Kanria technology?
Karkata? Karkata? Can you hear Paimon? Tighnari says you're awesome!
It's not responding.
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time.
Oh.
Nor has it replaced its severely damaged parts.
Both of them died together.
It's a
Damn.
miracle that it managed to hang on for so long.
Yeah, kind of like a willpower for human. Like even if we are injured or whatever, then if we do have enough willpower, then usually we kind of have that extra miraculous energy to survive.
I'm going to confirm that the ley line extractor has shut down. Come with me. Let them be alone for a while.
Dang, that is sad. Before you lies a non-operational Karkata and a lifeless Abatui.
The ley line extractor has ceased operations. Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. The purification devices will handle the rest. Moving on, those affected by the ley lines need immediate care. We'll put up an announcement on the bulletin board about the dangers of entering the contaminated region, and for symptomatic individuals to find Kale.
Karkata.
According to the Academia's policies, we need to bring everything back. Research materials related to mechanical life forms will be destroyed, and Karkata will be disassembled and sealed away.
No. I'm taking it for myself.
What the heck?
You two should return first. I'll take care of things here. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in the air exceeds normal values. Your bodies won't be able to hold up if you continue to stay here.
Probably that's what happened to... I think Abatui becomes sick because of the concentrated ley line energy that is present in this place, which is pretty much his own place. So he's been living with this condition for a long time. I'm guessing that is why he became sick.
But...
Listen, the traveler hasn't rested very well, right? Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this research after all, so you won't be of much use here.
Dang, that is very cool of him. I know he want us to get away for our own benefits, but he could have put it in a nicer way, I guess.
Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has been resolved, and then get some sleep. We can discuss matters tomorrow.
Alright, sure.
Oh, and don't talk about Abatui. The fewer that know about mechanical life form research, the better.
Oh? Please tell me he's gonna save both of them. I mean, As in not telling anybody about what happened here.
Alright. Then let's go back to Catherine.
Alright then. We're done.
Anyway, so the contaminated region turned out to be a ley line effluence deep in the forest. Things are already getting back to normal.
I see. Thank you for your hard work. Once the excess ley line energy dissipates from the air, we should be able to make an announcement for residents to resume their normal activities. This is the stipulated reward. Please accept it.
Thank you.
Is Karkata going to be sent back to the academia?
Hopefully not. Hopefully Tighnari do something about
It's
it.
already damaged, but Paimon feels sad thinking about it getting disassembled.
Me too.
Oh, then how about we find Tighnari tomorrow and ask him not to do that?
Maybe if he's already done that, but we'll see.
Paimon really wants to go right now, but Tighnari said that we would discuss matters tomorrow. We'll probably make him mad if we go now, huh?
Probably.
Alright then, we'll find Tighnari tomorrow and tell him not to disassemble Karkata.
I wonder what happened to Hypatia after the Ark Conquest. I don't wonder myself. Oh, I saw the cube.
Shh, keep your voice down. The lilac daphne, a daphne of the genus Thymilaceae, has a strong anticonvulsant effect. Can be made into an anesthetic powder.
Is it teaching Karkata?
Extrapolating from these two datasets, it would be particularly potent against Piscine species. Hey, make sure you're getting all this down.
Karkata?
Oh, I thought I told you all to keep your voices low. Plants aren't afraid of noise, but your shouting is making my ears ring.
You didn't disassemble Karkata?
Why would I do that?
But Paimon thought you said, according to the academia's policies.
Maybe he's gonna act like, oh, that is not a mechanism, that is my assistant.
So that's why you two barged in like barbarians at this hour. Fine, I suppose I wasn't clear enough about this yesterday. What I meant was, according to the academia's policies, all products of research must be destroyed. That's why we can't let the academia discover that place.
So the reason you stayed back
Anyway, the
was
first thing I did was repair Karkata. During my time at the academia, I took an elective course at the Spontama. Who knew it would prove useful one day? We then buried Abatui together. After organizing the research materials, I kept some as a souvenir.
nice.
Most of it was burned to hide the evidence. I'm not with the academia, so what do their policies have to do with me? On the other hand,
true
I am the
though.
forest watcher of the Avidya forest. I have a duty to protect all life in the forest.
Including mechanism.
All life brought forth in this world has meaning, and Karkata is no exception. If it exists, then it shouldn't be carelessly abandoned or destroyed.
That's great!
Wonder what's going to happen to him though. See, another character that is kinda makes me wonder what will happen to
Wait.
him.
You just said life form. You recognize Karkata as a true living being now?
Hello Paimon, do you not realize that it felt kinda sad previously?
The possibility exists, is all. It's hard to explain Karkata's efforts to repair Abatui.
Yeah. So it does have a feeling, so it is somewhat sentient.
Abatui only left behind a small portion of his research. Who knows how many commands he installed?
Yep.
Maybe a conflict between all those commands resulted in this sort of behavior. From a more rigorous perspective, it is impossible to conclude that Karkata is a real life form. But the possibility exists. I am willing to believe in that.
Might not be real, but it kinda managed to replicate life form to a certain degree, I would say.
By the way, I'm not interested in continuing research on this subject. I'm just letting it hang out here because this place is relatively secluded. But as things stand now, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make it my research assistant. At the very least, it can record my experiments.
Yeah, I guess that is also an advantage.
What do you think?
Well, there you go. Now let's go ahead and talk to them. Yep, whatever that's supposed to mean.
When people at the academia included me in a group photo, they would also send me a copy. I have zero interest in group photos, but I also wouldn't just throw them away. I stored them all in a box.
Ooh, I wonder where's that box?
After coming back yesterday, I looked through them and found one with Abatui. I gave it to Karkata, and it seemed happy.
Aww,
That's good enough.
that is so sweet.
When
Anything?
people at the academia, I have zero in. After coming back.
Okay. Well, I guess that was it for the quest. That is actually a lot. I wasn't expecting something deep, like emotionally for the quest. I just thought it was something that has to do with research only. So it is interesting to have this kind of plot. And like I said, it does have a similar types of situation that I am facing, not really facing, that I'm currently witnessing in Destiny 2. So that kind of makes it interesting actually. So that is going to be it for the story quest. The next story quest is going to be Sidon, obviously. I will be doing that on my main account since I do have Sidon over there. And the next one after that is probably gonna be Nilo. I guess this is going to be it for this episode then. I hope to see you guys later for the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do, please leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel. It will be really helpful to grow this channel to become a lot bigger. Thank you for all the support and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.